Something just bit me again. God damn, what the fuck is that? Just bit me again. Oh shit. God damn. What is going on, everybody? Happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. I'm sure a lot of you saw the news. If not, first full-time stream today. So we'll get 2 streams in tomorrow as well. Happy Sunday, guys. We'll get 2 streams in tomorrow. We'll have a New York session stream tomorrow and an Asian session stream tomorrow. So 2 streams a day. It's exciting stuff, but we got some charts to go over tonight. Some good looking ones at that too. So let's just get right to it here. Obviously, we're going to start with volume here. We've got the most volume on Euro JPY, mostly the European and... No, I didn't. I didn't think you heard me. I forgot to turn my microphone off. But Euro JPY, we're going to look at this on the hour here and the 4 hour. It opened with a gap down, but bullish candles. I see this moving toward the upside. Everything else is saying sell with the small time frames. If you look at the higher time frames, this is certainly in an uptrend. We're going to want to take note of that this is indeed an uptrend. Again, it is really in the center of a support and a resistance zone, which, as you guys know, I don't like trading within. IAG99464, what's up, man? How are you? But I don't necessarily love trading within the 2 zones here, so we may hold off on that, but it's a decent chart to start the night on. Certainly some good movement here. It's certainly looking bullish. Moving on to GBP AUD. GBP AUD had a nice break of structure here, as you can see right there. You had your support, you have your support and your resistance, break of structure right here. Looks like we retested the EMA ribbon and could be coming back down this way to test these lows right here. So you've got 1, 2, 3 lows that we could possibly test. That being said, you're looking at roughly 25 pips to TP1, 50 pips to TP2, and then the bottom would be a little over 100. I probably wouldn't want to stay in it that long. Probably just looking for 20 to 30 pips there. But I do like the rejection of GBP AUD. We're going to mark that one as a sell. If we look at the technicals here, everything from the 4 hour down is marked as a sell or neutral. The 1 day looks like it could buy up, but very unlikely based off this pattern. The day chart itself, right here, over the past, let's see here, 14 days, has not broken this area, and we've just had a lot of wicks. This is consolidation right here. Looks like we could come down to retest the EMA ribbon this week. With that being said, we could look to take shorts on that. Rascal, what's up, man? How are you? GBP USD, I haven't gotten there yet, but we could take a look at it right now. Let's take a look here. GBP USD. Move this over. Give me a sec. GBP USD started with a gap down. The dollar is pumping right now, so GBP being the primary pair, you're going to see this dump. Not necessarily a huge amount, but it's definitely bearish, being that the dollar opened so bullish. I would expect to see at least, if we don't get the retest for 27, or we do get a retest for 27, either or, it could come straight down or it could retest. Looking for at least 30 to 52 pips. 30 to 52 pips. David, what's up, man? How are you? USD JPY is pumping. Again, this is moving toward the upside here. The only thing that I don't like about USD JPY, and same thing I didn't like about Euro JPY, is I don't really like trading in between these zones. I like to wait for a reversal at one of them, like here where it came down, or here where it came up. I like to wait for the reversal instead of guessing which way it's going to go while it's in the middle of two resistance and support. So, but it's bullish. It's bullish for sure. There's no doubt about that. That's my analysis on those two. So far, GBP AUD sells is the most probable, but we're still going through these. GJ also break and retest here. Looks like it's heading towards the downside. Reversal at a key point. So we have the downtrend confirmed. We have the break and retest here. Also retesting again at this EMA ribbon. Looks like this could be heading toward the downside. We'd like to see it break this key level. That key level is roughly 216,370. 216,370 area. But if we get that break, we could look to see possibly 124 pips. However, again, we're going to wait to see what kind of movement we get going into this hour. We just got our new 7 o'clock hour. Gap down to open the market today. So gap down. It's coming up to retest. We're in between two fair value gaps right here. If it were to continue this downtrend where we have lower highs and lower lows here, we would see it come this way. Again, a little too early to tell. GJ, I'd put as a sell. Euro AUD, similar structure here on this chart. So if you're taking a look at this, let's move this kind of up a little more. So it looks like we're coming to retest the zone here. We have our previous support that is now a resistance. If it comes up to retest this and comes back down. Again, a lot of these do look like sells, but we do want to wait for the retest, the confirmation of the key zone or the key level. Euro AUD, possible sell as well. Higher time frames here, you look at the 4 hour, rejecting this fair value gap after a strong consolidation and break of structure down this side. We'd want to see it retest this before it comes back down. And on the day chart, it had a huge red candle, shaved candle with no wick right there. Typically an indication for a continuation here, but we shall see what happens going into the hour, see what 8 o'clock hour brings. However, on the one, it does look somewhat promising. I would want to see it reject this before we entered. So I would want to see at least an hour of rejection before we entered that chart. AUD JPY, I don't think we're going to touch. Very consolidating chart right here. This is all consolidation. iFeeny, what's going on? How are you? Welcome. Consolidation, don't like it. It's just a 50-50 shot if it goes up or if it goes down. Not really a fan of that chart, but just to explain why, again, not really trading in the center here. AUD NZD, let's look at this. Let's clean this chart up a bit here. Looks like we haven't been on this one in a couple days. Henry, what's up, brother? How are you? This chart's kind of nasty looking. I would put some new zones in here. So if we're drawing up zones on our AUD NZD chart, you're certainly going to have a 1 hour time frame resistance right here. 1 hour time frame resistance, EMA ribbons here, which is good. You have a more localized resistance up here as well. And then your more localized support is right here. So again, we're not in between two. Looks like we're having a move off of the downside here. So when I say that, I mean it looks like we got a reversal toward the upside. However, this could just be a break and retest of which is much lower than a key zone. This is obviously a downtrend. We could possibly end up seeing 50 pips toward the downside, or this could end up coming back up this way, and we could end up seeing this retest this zone, which was where our break of structure occurred. And in that case, you'd be looking at 40-50 pips to the top there. So it could go 40-50 pips either way. Again, not a huge fan of that chart. USD JPY, like we said, is bullish. I'm staying out of that chart for right now. AUD USD. AUD USD, let's take a look at this chart. So we already have our support there. That's pretty accurate support. Where was our most recent break of structure? Because we want to find that most recent break of structure and certainly draw out. Yeah, that's really what we're looking at right there. So when we look at this chart, I don't love it because of the uptrend. Again, this uptrend right here. It is overall downtrend on the 1 hour. I mean, you've been bullish for 12 days. So it looks like it's definitely a change of direction. Being that we are below the EMA ribbon, this could come back down. Not something that I'd want to take a risk on, but it could come back down this way. We'd most likely need some news to give us that information. Some sort of catalyst. All right, let's take a look at Euro USD. I like Euro USD as a sell, guys. As we pointed out on USD JPY, the dollar is bullish. I like the euro to sell off, especially with a gap down that big. That's a huge gap down to open the market. So where market closed last week to where it opened this week was 9 pips. A 9 pip difference in market switch over from the weekend market close on Friday to where we're at now. So looks pretty bearish here. Looks like I had a line there. We'd look at possibly targeting obviously the previous low, which is not many pips, but 30 pips to the previous localized low down here. Looks like we have already broken this low. So the most recent low we've already broken. The 1.1400 is definitely going to be a psychological level here that we're going to need to watch. So this is a chart that we will definitely keep in mind for sells. I certainly like that chart for sells. Don't love that. This is Euro CHF. Euro CHF, not much going on here. Some consolidation at a key level. Looks like we may get rejection here. 3 points of rejection, 1, 2, and 3. So when we're looking at our charts, those are important things to look at. This could come back down this way and fill this wick, or we could see it break and retest and go to the next key level up here, which would be that 92700 area. Both are certainly viable options. And we'll wait to kind of see how the next hour plays out. GBP USD we went over. Again, I certainly think it's bearish. The only thing I don't love is the bullish uptrend, but the bearish open with bearish past hour. Break of previous low from last week. If we were to look at the session highs and lows, it's opened way below the previous lows. So opening below the previous week's lows is always an indication that we could see bearish movement for that pair for the week. However, again, need to see some volume come in here, see what's really going on with this chart. NZD-JPY. Not touching it. Looks like it's coming down to me. I think the Japanese yen's growing stronger. The Canadian dollar should be weaker this week. Euro GBP. NZD USD looks like it could be a decent sell as well. Just adjusting our charts here to make them accurate for the week. Key level rejected here, so if we look at a higher time frame, this could certainly come back down to retest this area. Pretty big rejection of the previous break of structure right there. There was our BOS. We're going to see what happens here, but again, previous hours have showed that it is moving upward, but the overall trend is down. NZD USD, again, primary pair being NZD, secondary pair being US dollar. Anything compared to the dollar right now is most likely going to be bearish with the bullish open of the dollar. If we wanted to check ourselves on that, gold, open bearish. Gold open bearish, that's always a telltale sign when the dollar's up and the gold is down of how this week may start. Very good indication, and it's a good instrument to use to compare what you're really looking at here on the charts and make sure that what you're seeing on these charts actually really aligns with the direct correlation between gold and the dollar. Just another confirmation for yourself. Euro NZD, very interesting open here. Not a fan of this chart, so we're not going to touch that. Again, USD is climbing. AUD CHF looks like it's climbing bullish out of a strong buy. Strong buy on the day. AUD CHF. Let's take a look at this chart. Let's break this chart down together, guys. AUD CHF. So on the day, obviously extremely strong here. We consolidated for several days. 5 days, 3 to 5 days here. We barely broke under structure there, but this price has not been broken really market to open there since it broke once in 64 days. It broke for 10 days and it came right back above. Very, very strong psychological level here on this chart. The 4 hour, again, with a massive open here. Looks like this chart could be heading north to roughly the 56,800 area. On our chart, that's looking like roughly 50 pips. Certainly an important chart to watch. I love when all the technicals align on every time frame. Very, very important. It's really good setup for when you're looking for A+ setups and you're grading your setups. This is going to be huge in terms of that Takes a lot of stress off when all of the time frames align. You don't have to worry about what time frame you're on. You can just buy it and hold it and get out when you'd like to. But we'd like to set some targets here. So AUDCHF I am going to put as a buy. EuroCAD's looking like an extremely nice sell. I am going to mark EuroCAD as a sell. We've sold EuroCAD, I think, every week for the past couple weeks here. Maybe not last week, but the prior weeks, we've done very well on EuroCAD. I like EuroCAD sells as well. I think that's it for charts. So we'll kind of go back. What is that, Bitcoin? I'm going to go back to the top here and start eliminating some. A bearish close on GBP AUD would be fantastic for us. Again, I do like sells on this chart very much so. The break and retest is pretty obvious here. So let's take a look at that. The lower time frame break and retest. That's what you're looking at right there. So your minor resistance, your minor support, for this to come down, could possibly get 50 pips out of this. We are only 15 minutes into the hour though, so we do want to give this a little bit of time, but coming into this new 15-minute candle here, if we can break this fair value gap and show that this is a true downtrend, oh, we just did. We may look to take sells here. GJ, let's take a look at GJ. We took GJ as sells for today. We marked it as sells. Again, pretty big downtrend here. It's hard to deny the downtrend with the lower lows and the lower highs. If you were to kind of draw a downtrend channel here, that's what you'd be looking at. I would be weary of this retest. So obviously nobody likes holding drawdown, but sometimes it happens. I'd be weary of that retest. That would be my only hesitation into getting into this trade. We've talked about this on many streams, but we like to figure out talking ourselves in and out of trades based off the technical analysis, but also talking about what we don't like about the chart. Because if there's very few things you don't like about the chart based on your system, you know, you might have something there. Conversely, if you don't, well, I'm sure you can figure that out. Does look like a solid sell, though. I'd like to see what happens over the next 45 minutes. Euro AUD, same looking chart here, guys. Very similar. Would like to see if it's going to retest up here. Otherwise, if this fair value gap holds strong, we're looking toward the downside here. And again, looking at, let's call it 40 pips. Let's see what we're looking like here. Pretty much mostly sells. Euro USD, same kind of thing here. May come up and retest. The only thing I don't like is that sometimes when we get those gap downs, it does come up to retest market close from the previous week. I don't like holding that drawdown. I'm sure nobody does, so that's my only hesitation on this one. EuroCAD is just so bearish. The Canadian dollar should be getting stronger this week in terms of the technicals. All strong sell signals here. The new hour hasn't really brought much movement, but based off the wick, I'd like to see a closure below this previous low. You've got 1, 2, 3 right here. We get a closure below this. We're looking toward retest and downside. We could draw this one up since time frames are 4-hour time frames where we have our support and resistance drawn up. What are we looking at here? TP1 would be roughly 23 pips. After that, you're looking at like 50 pips and then like 100 pips, 97 to 100 pips all the way to the bottom. AUD seems to be rejecting at the top here. We're going to wait to see what happens. And then CAD JPY, we talked about, had the strong consolidation right here. I don't like this chart. We're just going to unflag it. So AUD CHF, GBP AUD, GJ, Euro AUD, Euro USD. Decent charts to look at here. Right now is just going to be a waiting game to see what we got going on within the next hour. I'd like to wait for the 8 o'clock hour to really touch anything tonight. So at least another, 42 minutes. At least another 42. But while we're waiting, we can certainly draw our take profit zones up here. That'd be 1. We'd go 2 at the bottom there. And hold on, let's Reggie, what's up, man? How you doing? That's what we'd be looking at if we were to take that one. GJ, let's look at this chart. That's what we'd be looking at right there. So you'd have 3 take profits. Showing nice. Euro AUD and Euro USD is what I'm worried about, having those come back up and retest. All right, give me 1 sec here, guys. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Ooh. Alright, back to what we were talking about here. Let's see what kind of movement we got. Most of these charts really not too much yet. Not too much movement yet. I do like that GA, GJ, and Euro AUD do have a lot of volume already. What's up, Andrew? I think we're getting primed for a lot of good setups, though. I think we're priming for a lot of good setups going into tonight. And I don't know how many of you guys saw, but I'm officially full-time trading and streaming, so no more bedtimes. No having to get up early. Just all whatever schedule I want. So New York session tomorrow morning, we'll be trading. Right here live. Every day now. Really exciting stuff. At least I'm excited. Very excited. Yes, sir. Like I said, we draw out the rest of these. So Euro AUD, did we draw that one out? We did not. Let's see, how far is this to TP? 125, okay. And this would honestly be, well, we'd really want to draw two here. The next one would be right here, and this one would look a little different. Right, really at that point right there. So we'd be looking at 1, 2, and 3. That's what we'd be looking at for that chart for take profits. Euro USD. Oh, you're over here, David? Nice. Where are you at? Yes, sir. Done with work. No more. I do not have a job anymore. Full-time day trader and educational consultant. I don't love this chart as much. This one too. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 strong rejections there. Couple strong rejections there. That's a little bit weary of that, but I digress. I think I need to move my chart over to this screen so I stop looking away from you guys. Oh, St. Augustine? Yeah, it's like an hour away. Hour and 15. Nice. I think that's where World Golf Village is, if I'm not mistaken. We're about to get a new 15 right here. Let's see what kind of 15-minute candle we get on these charts. NQ, I can certainly analyze it, but I'm not ordering it. I mean, I'm not trading it. What is it under on here? Just NQ, yeah, there we go. Well, looks like it may come up and test this 29,960 area, but it's... Check the hour candle. So it opened bearish. Its previous move through the week. Oh boy. It's an interesting looking chart there. This could potentially retest the previous high, but it's kind of in a weird downtrend. Not the prettiest looking lines, but let's see if it rejects this $30,000 level. Oh, in the morning? Possibly. We can look at it. We could certainly look at it. It doesn't hurt to look. Nice. Nice. FX pre-market. I think I'm going to start streaming at 9. So that gives us 30 minutes to talk about the charts before market open. And then see what happens on market open to see if we're going to get in something. MYM. All right, here's our new 15. Jose, what's going on, my man? How are you? Good to see you, brother. Hope you had a good weekend with the family. I like this to sell, this GBP AUD. I really do. Glad to hear that, Jose. You're saying MYM trades technically? I don't even... Let's see here. Big moves, huge swings on this thing. This is going to drop. I'm telling you. MYM this week is going to drop. Would that open? A 461 point move. Best broker is going to be Hanko. It's coming out right now for you, brother. Welcome, Marvin. Right there, that link. Yeah, no problem. We give you up to 100% deposit match bonus with 1 to 500 leverage. So it's good Good to get started on. Certainly gives you the flexibility to trade with some good leverage. Who's playing right now? A lot of these look like you're going to buy up. The only one that doesn't is Euro USD. That thing looks like it's coming down. Yeah, I saw England win. I saw they said something about possibly doing a rematch. I don't know if that was BS or not. I saw online because of some cable or some wire or something. I can't get into it as much. I know I'm in the minority here, but I just can't get into it as much. I'll watch the semifinals though, and the finals, definitely. That's wild. I mean, at some point it's going to happen. You got so many cameras. No rematch. No rematch. What would our stop loss be on this? It would be... We were actually in sells on this last week. I don't know if you guys remember. Would have been nice to hold it over the weekend. Yes, sir, I did. Aloha. And it was a more like a 5 to 5. More than a 9 to 5. But yeah, 100%. Yeah, the Europeans do dominate. I agree with you there. But yeah, aloha. I did. I'm done. Full-time streaming, teaching, and trading. Thank you. I appreciate that. Been doing it live for you guys too. You know? No more waking up at 4:30 in the morning. None of that. Unless it's to look at a trade. I was thinking about doing one London session a week, but we're definitely doing New York and Asian. 5 days a week. Make sure you guys like the stream. Subscribe. Yeah, exactly. Started going to the gym today. Let me tell you, I am already gassed, but it'll be good. Get back in shape. Ryan and I are having a bet. So anytime anyone misses the gym, we agreed we're going to go 6 days a week, but anytime anyone misses the gym, they got to put $50 into a trading account. Trade station. Lowest intraday margin. Interesting. I still trade futures on this. It's just called something different. I don't know if the charts are exactly the same. I actually kind of want to check that. I gotta see what it is. On which chart? AUDCHF one? Yeah, this one is the one we're looking at buys, but I want to see it break this previous high. I don't want to see it come back down and reject this way. I want to see it break the previous high here and then go. That's what we want to see. Jose's got Spain. We got 20 minutes. Less a double top, more just a rejection of a previous high. But yeah, I mean, you could say that. If you look at it on a higher time frame, it looks like it's going to go. Like this is the 4 hour. We may see a little retracement, but it looks like a pretty strong buy. This bull flag breakout was nice. It opened up down here, but it continued moving up, which is a good sign for us. And that's AUDCHF. How so? Are you on the same time frame, Jordan? And are you looking at the broker or are you looking at trading view? Are you using FXCM's charts or are you using OANDA? See how it says, oh, I don't know why I'm pointing. See how it says when I hover over this? Oh, it did. See how it says FXCM? Yeah, see the actual chart, like the data it's grabbing it from is FXCM. Not OANDA or any of the other ones. Make sure it's the same there. Because there's different places it pulls data from. They more or less should be very close, but sometimes they're slightly different. But yeah, right there. That would make sense. Looks like some of these are coming back up to retest on the hour. That's why we wait. That's why we don't enter that soon. Everybody in here got Spain? Just clicking through some of these charts, see what they're doing since market open. Looks like a lot of them are rejecting. GBP CAD looks like a good short too. Nice. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Diego, what's up, man? How are you? He's definitely got Spain, I can tell you that. What's going on, Diego? How are you? I can tell you undoubtedly Diego's going for Spain. All good here, man. All good. Waiting for this 8 o'clock hour to see if we get the rejection we're looking for or if these charts are moving in the opposite direction. Getting some analyzing done. Euro USD's moving up. Might try and retest this. See, we just got new 15-minute candles on all of these. Again, so gap down. Looks like it's coming up to retest somewhere near market close here. Thanks, Diego. Retested on the 15-minute here, it looks like on Euro USD. They all seem to be looking to retest. Heavy on the volume too. All these have a high amount of volume. Euro JPY also. I think these are going to end up coming down. I think Euro JPY is going to end up coming down, to be honest with you guys. This could wick down for us, to be quite honest with you. What do we got? 12 minutes. Interesting charts, to say the least. There's a rejection there on Euro USD on the 15-minute. Euro AUD moving up. GJ's looking like it's going to reject. GBP AUD is actually moving up. Again, looks like it could retest this, but we'll see here in the next 12 minutes. Yeah. Very interested to see these new hour candles here. Almost no movement on some of them. Others look like they're going to retest the EMA ribbon. That one's certainly going to retest. I don't want to get too hasty here with our trades. You should see a decent amount of movement here coming into these last 10 minutes. Yeah, we should see a decent amount. Volume starting to flood in. Yeah, Euro JPY's got over 100K volume, or over 20K volume. It's the broker that I use and mostly everybody in here uses. Aloha, it's the broker. The GBP pairs are starting to move up. GBP's getting some gas here. Was that a left field there? It's being worked on, yeah. I think within the next month. Seven minutes. Yeah, so spreads are just the difference between when your broker executes it and what the price actually is at. So tighter spreads is better. Because the broker makes its place in two ways. They either make it on your spreads and you have worse spreads, or they give you good spreads but they have a little bit higher commission per trade. I think Hanko's at like 12 or 13 bucks per lot, so it's actually pretty good, and you get pretty decent spreads. Leverage is just opening up higher leverage contracts, so I can't use the word leverage when I'm explaining leverage. Essentially, you're using the broker's money to allocate a higher opening position to yourself by using a smaller amount of money to open up a larger position. They give you what's called leverage. It works really well on smaller accounts and bigger accounts, but for people starting with a smaller amount of money, it helps out a lot. It helps out a lot. Does that make sense there, Aloha? You can only lose what you invested. You can't go negative. But that's why you have proper risk management. So if you do take a loss, you're not blowing your whole account. But you cannot lose more than you put in. All right, let's see here. Starting to get some rejection on a couple of these. Euro AUD's flying. GJ's moving up. GU's moving up. Yeah, this new hour is going to give us some good information, I think, here. So what is it? It's 7:56. 8 o'clock hour will be 1 hour away from a new 4-hour candle, which we do a lot of our analyzing on. Correct, you can, yeah. You can. Looks like a lot of these hour charts are going to close bullish, which is fine. We'll wait for the rejection, or if they keep going through, we can look at getting in buys, but it looks like we're going to get rejection coming up on these in the next hour. And on the 4-hour, we're getting some obviously good information. 4-hour on a couple of these is getting. So GBP CAD looks like it's going to come down. But that fair value gap's in the way, so we need to see it break that first. No problem, man. I'm always here to explain. Got a decent amount of people here in the horizontal stream. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you joining. Image, let's look at the session highs and lows here. I think we may reject New York AM, London kill zone here from last week. We'll see. We got like 1 minute. Yeah. That movement. The euros are moving up. The euros are starting to move up here. The GBP pairs are doing separate things. I think the Japanese yen is going to be a big factor. I believe there is no news tonight or tomorrow. No red folder news tonight or tomorrow, which is always good. Taylor. Big move up there on, let's see here. All right, let's see which ones we might get rid of here. So, news just depends. There's different news every day. In the Discord, there's the news tab. It'll tell you when there's red folder news there, Henry. It's not always the same each week. Boy, that is a big candle there. On Euro USD. Nice bullish close on EuroCAD. Bullish close on GBP CAD. Looks hammer candle up there on AUD CHF, and then Euro JPY did close bearish. I think Euro JPY is going to reject, to be quite honest with you. I see this coming down a retest here for 70 plus pips. GJ. I think we're going to get rid of a couple charts here. Euro AUD, and we're going to unflag that. Euro USD, we're still going to watch. Euro CAD, we're getting rid of Euro CAD. GBP CAD, we'll still watch that. AUD CHF, we'll still watch that. And Euro JPY, we'll still watch that. But we got rid of two charts there, just based off the way the hour's moving. If we were to get an AUD CHF, we'd need to see it break this. That's what I would want to see, which we haven't seen yet. But everybody's got this this pinned as a strong buy. Some rejection on GJ there. What is it to the top of that zone? 56. Again, you're kind of in that middle part right here where you're in between the resistance and the support. I'd really like to see a break of the lows because you got a big old right there. Don't love that because that would be your next rejection area. So ooh. And gold's trying to make a move back up. Keyword's trying there. AUDCHF on the move, upward. Yeah, I did. He's the only guy that can move markets like that, you know what I mean? Let's see, let's look at news real quick. At this point, everything overseas, though, is just like a he said, she said thing. Do you see Kalshi's pushing for perpetual futures into gold and foreign exchange and energy markets? It's wild. Oh, I know. And Polymarket, all those ones, they're putting a lot of marketing dollars into it, you know? Putting a lot of marketing dollars. Whoo, look at that reversal. See that reversal on GBP AUD, guys? Big move down there. That's a rejection if I've ever seen one. Might be able to turn this light up. That light better? I don't really see a difference, but Rice and beef for breakfast, huh? Breakfast of champions. There you go. Wow, GBP AUD is really taking a dump off here. GJ looks like it's starting to do the same, getting some rejection. Euro JPY is the one that I like for the sell. Yeah, we do have air conditioner everywhere. When I was driving down to West Palm the other day, the roadside, like the trucker stops or rest areas have air conditioning. Yes, it is in all houses. That's not new either. I think this thing's coming down. Let me get rid of... Oh, boy. I like these charts. Only 1% has AC? That's wild. That is wild. Let's get a new 15-minute candle here. I'm looking at sells pretty heavily on Euro JPY, guys, and GBP JPY. If you don't have the infrastructure, yeah, it's expensive. Big drawdown there. Great rejection on those. All of these are kind of doing exactly what we talked about earlier in the stream. So our initial analysis of most of these charts is now coming really to fruition, in my opinion here. Not really opinion, actually. It's just fact based off what these charts are doing. We'll see. I just love these break and retests. I really do. They're very predictable. GJ and EJ. We're looking at for EJ. Our stop loss wouldn't be too big either. Probably like 30 pips. That's what we'd be looking at. Yeah, I did. I did, Adele. Protein shakes and steaks, says that's it. Gotta get back on it. But that's what I'm looking at. Depends where you go. What type you get, what cut, the thickness. But on average, 20 bucks for a good steak. 15, 20 bucks. Could obviously go more expensive or cheaper. I wouldn't go cheaper than that. Euro USD's coming down too. After that big bullish move there, it's starting to come down. Okay, just remind you. Like it what I'm seeing on a lot of these charts. Bearish moving on all of our selling, all of the charts that we marked as sells. Almost all of them, actually. Wow, look at that Euro USD day chart. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look, that thing's coming down. That consolidation. All of these are coming off red days too. So it looks like the day is just starting out to create a wick, a big one too. And we don't have to worry about any news, which is good. Going from London into Asian into London, we don't have to worry about news, and from London into New York, we don't have to worry about news. It's nice not having to worry about red folder news, man. Wildly unpredictable. Still haven't broken the high on this AUD-CHF chart. Just get a new 5-minute candle. $60 pips. Well, we've broke down and retested this once already. I think on a small time frame, we could short this, but going into a new 4-hour candle, I'd like to see what it does. If I'm being honest. GBP CAD's looking strong for a sell. Just not comfortable taking anything yet, guys. We are only 1 hour, really 2.5 hours into market open, and nothing really sticks out like that's an A+ setup. So that's why we're waiting. We've got a little over 30 minutes, 36 minutes, 37 minutes until we get our new 4-hour candle. That's going to give us some good information here, and we can decide on what kind of trade we're going to get in. A lot of interesting movement. Just can't seem to break this high on AUDCHF either. Ow. It's not like volume's light either. Certainly not. Volume's high. Ah, there's the key. The dollar started to drop off. Boy, CHF JPY is taking a beating over here. US dollar to the Canadian dollar is taking a beating too. And like, I like to look at all these guys because there is correlation within pairs. So it is important for reconfirmation. Let's see, on Euro USD. There's some heavy critical pricing points that we need to watch out for on a lot of these, especially on GJ. If GJ can break that 216, 300, we're golden. If Euro JPY can hold the 184,800, we're looking for a sell there. And Euro USD, really that 1.14 area, 1.14000 is going to be our key levels to watch. And there's another one that I did want to look at, AUD USD. AUD USD has a really clean break of structure on the 1 hour here, guys. And we're looking to retest like the 6-7 area, 6.765. I like the sells on this. We're going to watch AUD USD as well. Two rejections here when it could have broken above. Looks like we're coming down this way, and our next target would be the 0.69050 and then 68850, and then even lower than that, the 68,700 area. So mark AUD USD as a possible sell as well. Actually like that one the most. One, go two, go three, go four. And that would would be roughly, we're looking at 14 pips, 30 pips, 50 pips, and 75 pips on AUD USD. If we were to take sells on that bad boy. Just got new 15-minute candles everywhere. Yeah, we're not touching AUD CHF. Just got rid of one more. AUD USD on the day chart rejected the EMA pretty heavy too. Technicals are mostly sells. The hour is the best looking chart here for a sell. Just don't love the rejection wick off the 4 hour. I'm not a fan of that. We'll see here in a couple minutes. So essentially we're just waiting for the new 4 hour candle before we get into anything, guys. It's going to be the safest play. Makes the most sense. This early into Sunday market session open for the Asian session. We just don't have enough information to take an A+ setup yet, but that's why we're holding on. I'm just being as thorough as I can on these reviews here and this analysis because that's the way you got to do it. A lot of volume flooding in, which is always good. Love the break and retest there on the 15-minute on AUD USD. That's my favorite chart right now. Smaller time frames look pretty good too. GBP CAD really decided to come back down. I think GBP CAD comes down for at least 40 pips. Hasn't been this high in a long time. Beautiful tweezer tops too on this chart here on the 1 day. Still don't understand how their technicals are saying. One second. I think AUD USD is going to end up being our sells here. It's the most technically sound. It's a big move there. It's a good move on AUD USD. TBB CAD as well. If we were to take the AUD USD trade, I'm gonna get rid of these GBP ones. At least GBP AUD, we're getting rid of that one. And AUD CHF came down to do the opposite. But on AUD USD, looking at our stop loss would be we'll go for 30 pips. Yep, I like it. I just want to wait for any retracement on the 4 hour, but it looks like a good sell to me. I'm going to start typing it out. Stop loss, you're looking at 69658, 0.69658. TP1 is going to be 0.69227. TP2 would be 0.69095. TP3 would be 0.68870. Even 2, really. Six, 8, 6, 3, 5. But do want to see what happens here. And then GBP CAD's the other really good one, so really closer to that is what we'd be looking at. Those are my top 2. Euro USD is dumping off. Euro USD looks solid too, guys. Really solid. To go for 64. So we're going to decide at the 4 hour mark here. Euro USD looks solid. Rejected price twice, and there's really no, like in terms of, there's really no friction toward the downside, you know what I mean? How many pips is it just to the bottom wick? 9. We go for the 20. Samuel, what's up, man? We're looking at 3 right now. AUD USD, Euro USD, and GBP CAD. Those are the 3 I'm looking at. The most. But we're not in anything yet. These are the ones we're just looking at the most right now. I like the structure of these the best. But again, see how you get retracement on the 15? We're going to get the same thing on the 4 hour. I just want to get in at the best price. Last 14 minutes of this candle here. GCAD rejecting nicely. Well, these get the most I'm going to see a heavy double top there on GCAD. That day just looks like the most beautiful sell ever. "12 minutes, we're going to start to see some serious movement here, I would imagine. AUD USD and GBP CAD are the top two right now. No, this is FX, so this is currencies. Right now we're looking at AUD USD and GBP CAD right now. Jazrin, welcome. Not gold, though. I do not trade gold. Not gold. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. We'll be waiting another 10 minutes to see what this 4-hour candle does, and then we'll most likely get into a trade. We've got our two lined up that we're looking at the most. that we like the best based on a technical analysis standpoint. All right, pips is out on GBP CAD. I'm gonna type out that one just in case we go with it. $1.89869. 89395. $89179. And the final TP on that would be 1.88758. 1.88758. 751 really. I'm looking at AUD USD too. I'm sorry, GBP CAD as well. I like them both. Again, we've waited this long. We could wait the 7 minutes to see what happens here on the 4 hour. You know what I mean? Playing with your money. Best looking chart in my opinion. Now we got 5 minutes. Looks good for an entry on the 5 too. Which is always nice to see. I don't think we really need to wait, but I'm going to see if we get that retracement wick on the 4, getting at a better price, guys. We've got the overall trend, we've got the overall direction, we've got the technical analysis and the breakdown really. Now we just want to get the best price. Yeah, heavy to TP1. I just love that rejection on the day there to go all the way down to fill this wick. They're both really good looking charts. 20 pips to TP2. You're looking at, from where it's at right now, 23. So 23 to 25 pips to TP2. You got 3 minutes. Getting rid of the GJ and EJ. Give us a nice wick up here and let us get at a good price. Essentially all we're waiting for. Tell you what. GBP CAD might flip red on the 4. Alright, let's see what we got here. Driving. Still hasn't broken that previous low. There it is. All right, let's see if we get this retracement at all. All right, let's take this. I'm in it, guys. I'm in it. Let me send it out. See what price we actually got in at. 69302. 69312. I'll just leave it there. Gonna send it on the hour here. Copy image. We're in it. David, this is AUD USD. I'm about to send it out right now. There you go. It's sent. All right, let's put our stop losses and our take profits in here. So we got stop loss of, you know what? Let's just copy and paste it instead of typing it. Who's in? You guys in? Dale's in. There you go. All right, let's take a look here. All right. Nice. All right, we're good. We're good. Could stand to make a couple thousand here. $21,000 to TP1 on one of the positions. Or sorry, TP2. See what we get here. We in. Go. Wouldn't take it if it wasn't an A+, guys, as you know. The only reason I'm not in profit yet is just commission. Commissions are high on 75 lots. This thing's a pushing though. Let's look what that 4 hour looks like. I'll go to the fun part. Watch the Uno 1 minute. See some green, baby. Five broke the low, which is good. Should be in the clear with that fair value gap there and the 5 minute break in the low. It's a good sign. GBP CAD looks like it fell off pretty good too. But no need to worry on that one. Closer to Oh, I did not mean to do that. Take a look at this 5. We're about to get a new 5 minute. Now that we're in it, it's the fun part. We get to watch. Good move there. Nice move there. What's going on? How are you? Welcome. First time, welcome. We are in sales on AUD USD right now. Just got in them. Good to have you. Analyze this trade for about 2 hours before getting in it. Yes, AUD USD, that's correct. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let me lock that thing. There we go. Yeah, we're in cells, correct. Yeah, this is the chart. Look at it on a larger scale here. Yep, this is the chart. This is our stop loss up here, and we have multiple take profits on the way down. We are shorting it. That's correct. Break of structure, overall trend. So you have your rejection up here of the key zone twice. It's a confirmed downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. You had a break and retest of the EMA ribbon right here, and a fair value gap formed with a full candle closure below the EMA ribbon as well. So it meets all of our rules there, and that is why we took a sell. That is our reasoning. Hopefully that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, let me know. Be happy to help you out or explain why. Oh, nice. There you go. Thanks. Nice move there. Nice. There you go. I don't trade gold personally, but hope it works out for you. New 15-minute candle here. Incoming very shortly. There it is. It's gonna try and come up and retest for sure. It does sometimes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, anytime the U.S. dollar has direct correlation with gold. The Australian dollar does too, but not as directly as the U.S. dollar. It's an opposition. So, like, if gold goes up, U.S. dollar goes down. If dollar goes down, gold typically goes up. typically. I'm gonna stack another one here. Here and on gold, you say? Yeah, gold's doing the same thing. Very similar. We're gonna retest on the 5 here. They are very similar looking charts, though. You as well. Thanks for joining. You as well. Sri Lanka and USA. What's up? How you doing today? You as well. Thank you. About to get a new 5-minute here in 1 minute. Looks like we may get a little retest here on the 5-minute. Of this 25-day EMA. For how much volume, it's certainly moving slow. 2,335 subs, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you just subbed, welcome. Make sure you guys join the Discord. It's free. That's the 1 minute we're looking for. See this drive down here. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Big 15-minute wick there. Yeah, keep pushing. Nice. Big move. Nice, there we go. Green. Now let's get 5-digit green. Spoke too soon. If you're just joining, guys, welcome. We are on AUD USD shorts. AUD USD shorts right now. Nice break of structure on the 1 hour where it retested the EMA ribbon here. Looks like our overall break of structure on the higher time frame too looks pretty nice. Clear break of structure, retest of the key level right here. We should see this move down towards the downside, towards the 68,400 area. That's what we're looking at. That's our analysis right here. We're going to look at it on some smaller time frames. Let's see this drive down here. Give us some green numbers. Slower night tonight, guys. Not many talkative people tonight. It is market session open though. I get a lot of people don't trade it. We've historically had great Sundays. One minute is consolidating. Yeah, Sunday nights have been good to us. Past couple weeks, I think. Very good to us. Thanks, Jordan. Appreciate you. I'm ready for the big red one. Big red candle. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jordan. See what that new 5 did for us. All right. Take out that FEG. That was a new 15-minute candle as well, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Just keep at it, Jordan. You will. Just gotta keep at it, man. That's where most people fail, is keeping at it. There you go, David. Nice. Slow moving tonight for how much volume there is. Nice. Nice. Let's see that keep pushing down. Overall structure of the chart's solid though. Flip red and stay red. Firecracker. Five-minute red close be good. A lot of movement here. Starting to get the volume movement now. Just adding my alerts on here. What are we getting here? Might retest entry, but overall trend is so down. 2 little baby greens and 1 big red. You can tell the buying pressure is losing momentum with how small the candles are. You certainly could. I wouldn't use more than 0.01 as your lot size, but yeah, you could. Yeah, it's just coming down to create a wick up here. It'll come back down. This is AUD USD. And you can see the take profit and the stop losses on the side here. There's your stop loss right there, and your take profits are right here on the side in green. Retesting the 5. About to get a new 5-minute candle here in 1 minute. Oh, excuse me. Welcome, guys. If you're just joining, we are in AUD USD sells. AUD USD sells. Nice. You're from Nigeria? Welcome. Yeah, man, just join the Discord. It's free. I'm going to be streaming live twice a day, New York session and Asian session. So you're more than welcome to tune in each day and learn. Take our trades. More than welcome to. Slow evening for us here today. That's okay. Oh, there goes my AirPods. I guess 3 hours is the limit on AirPods, huh? Gotta go with headphones. I don't want to get the streamer head. Nice retracement there. Flip red for us. That'd be nice. Red flip going into the 15-minute. This is the foreign exchange market. We're trading, right now we're trading AUD USD, the Australian dollar to the US dollar. Yoshi, welcome. I don't trade gold personally. No, I don't. I think it uses too much of your account, too much margin. I don't like to trade gold myself, no. What does hour look like? Gonna get a new hour candle here in 13 minutes. Most of these really haven't moved. We should see some movement come in here. Last 10 minutes of this chart of this hour. Buy candles are getting smaller. Pretty much right around entry. These candles are weakening. Nice. Looks like 15 might flip red. Red candle on the 15 would be nice going into this new 10 o'clock hour. I think I'm going to sell another one here. Good movement. Nice rejection here on the 15 of this EMA as well as the fair value gap there. Sundays are weird, man. Sometimes Sundays just move slower. It's just the case. Sometimes Sundays move slower, you know. We normally take profit into the London session anyway on Sundays. London's where it picks up. We're always slow on Sundays. But we have a pretty good track record on Sundays, so. I'd like to see the hour flip red too. But it is, to answer your question, yes. Sydney and Tokyo. There you go. We might get that red flip we just talked about on the 1 hour. Nice. $15 rejected pretty good there. Just have this hour stay red. Nice. 3 minutes left in this hour candle. Might close red for us. Either doji or red is good. What did GJ and all those keep doing? Nothing yet. Put bread for us. Crypto infograph. What's going on, man? Yeah, I think so too. I think so as well. Just waiting. Yeah, I'm not worried. Just boring watching it, but hey, it's not all excitement all the time, you know? I think a lot of people don't understand that about day trading. Here's our new hour candle. Thought we were going to get red. We did not end up getting red, but that's okay. Keep pushing. All right, boys. Well, we're going to be in this trade through London session. Make sure you keep your notifications on. There you go. But we're going to end this stream how we always do. Nice little 3-hour stream. Keep in mind, guys, I will be streaming New York in the morning. So New York session in the morning tomorrow around 9. I'll be on. New York session in the morning, so put your notifications on. Thanks to everyone who came. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you set your alerts and everything. Set your alerts on your chart. That way you don't have to stare at your screen. We will be live tomorrow around 9:30 in the morning, right for New York session open. I'll see you guys in the morning. We're still in this trade, by the way, but appreciate you guys. I'll send notifications out in Discord. I'm good, man. Appreciate it. I'll see you in the morning. Have a good night, crypto. Everyone else, have a great night.